Knicks fans, Sunday in Boston told us everything we needed to know about where this team is headed, and the Knicks did not just beat the Celtics, they embarrassed them by 22 points on their floor, primetime energy, and a statement win. And the biggest takeaway was not even Jalen Brunson or Mikal Bridges or even Karl Anthony Towns, but it was this: Jose Alvarado's arrival and Mo Diawara's breakout just reshaped the Knicks rotation in real time. And yeah, that also means someone's minutes had to disappear. Today we're talking why Alvarado already looks like the exact piece this team was missing, how Mo Diawara just forced his way into the rotation permanently, and why Tyler Kolek, through no fault of his own, is now on the outside looking in. This is contender stuff, not pretty but necessary. Let's get into it. Let's start with Jose Alvarado, because his debut in Boston honestly could not have gone any better. First game on the road against the Celtics and he plays 25 minutes off the bench. That tells you everything. Mike Brown said pre-game that the plan was around 22 minutes, but once the game started, Brown extended him to 25 because the fit was instant. Alvarado finishes with 12 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, a block, multiple deflections that do not even show up on the box score, and more importantly, he set the tone. The Knicks defense held Boston to 89 points, no rhythm, no transition, no comfort, and Alvarado was a huge reason why. This is exactly why the Knicks targeted him at the deadline. Point of attack defense, relentless pressure, does not need shots to impact the game, plays angry basketball. And with Deuce McBride now out long term after core muscle injury and surgery, the Knicks needed someone who could survive playoff possessions defensively behind Brunson. They didn't want flash, they wanted chaos, and that's Jose Alvarado for you. You could see it immediately, picking up full court 94 feet, blowing up handoffs, and making Boston uncomfortable just initiating offense. Josh Hart said it best after the game, quote, "That's him." Brunson called it, quote, "the jolt we needed." This was not just a feel-good hometown story, but this was more so a basketball fit, and here's where the rotation reality kicks in. Because now the backcourt hierarchy is clear. Jalen Brunson, the starter, engine, and closer. Jose Alvarado, the primary backup guard, defensive disruptor, and tone setter. After that, it's situational. Landry Shamet spacing and system fit. Jordan Clarkson is a scoring punch when needed. And that brings us to Tyler Kolek. Kolek had moments earlier this season. There were flashes, playmaking, pushing pace, and competent pick-and-roll reads. But even before the deadline, his minutes were fragile. The coach's decision DNPs popped up here and there, short leashes, inconsistent trust. Now with Alvarado here, those minutes are basically gone. Not because Kolek failed, but because this team is trying to win playoff series. Alvarado gives them defense that Kolek cannot replicate just yet, veteran presence and physicality and edge. Kolek is now realistically a third-string point guard for emergency depth or blowout or injury minutes, and that's the cost of being good. This is what happens when you're no longer just developing, but you're competing. Now let's talk about the real plot twist, Mo Diawara, because while Alvarado stabilized the backcourt, Diouwara is forcing his way up the wing rotation. This isn't hype anymore, this is sustained trust. Against Boston, Diouwara was part of the lockdown group, defending across positions, holding his own against Jaylen Brown, never forcing offense, and making the right reads. And the biggest thing is Mike Brown keeps playing him more. Diouwara went from DNPs to spot minutes to 20+ minutes in real games. That does not happen by accident. Now here's why he's sticking. He has a 7'4" wingspan, can guard 1 through 4, plays fast without playing reckless, does not sulk when shots don't fall. The Knicks are noticeably faster with him on the floor. Defensively, they're longer, more switchable, and more disruptive. He's not scoring a ton, 6 points here, 10 points there, but he doesn't hurt you, and on this team, that's gold. Diouwara is now clearly ahead of end-of-the-bench wings and situational depth guys. He's carved out a legitimate role, and when OG or Hart miss time, Diawara's minutes are not disappearing anymore. So zoom out for a second, look at this rotation when healthy. Brunson and Alvarado as the point guards, Bridges, Hart, and Diouwara as the wings, and Cat and Mitch as the centers. That's defense, physicality, versatility, effort at every position, and that's why the Knicks look different post-deadline. Now, some of you guys might be saying, well, look at the game against Detroit. They got blown out by 38 points, but they did not have OG and Cat and even Jose. But that's not an excuse because they do need to show some competitive desire against this team like the Pistons. We will have another look at them and another chance at beating them next Thursday, the first game after the All-Star break. But at the deadline, the Knicks did not chase a star, they didn't panic, they added fit, and Alvarado stabilizes the bench defense. Diouwara accelerated his development into real minutes. And yeah, that squeezed Kolek out, but that's the cost of being serious. This is what real contenders do: upgrade margins, reward defenders, and prioritize playoff skills. The Knicks didn't just just beat Boston, they out-identified them. So Knicks fans, what's your takeaway? Is Jose Alvarado the missing bench piece this team needed all season? Or is Mo Diawara the real story, a mid-season breakout changing the rotation? And how do you feel about Tyler Kolek being the odd man out? Drop it all in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and sub to the channel for more Knicks news and updates you will not want to miss. It's been KNYT here, and I'll see you guys in the next one.